Hello, I'm Dr. David Anderson, and today I want to talk a little bit about specialization in veterinary medicine. Tremendous growth of specialization in specific areas of veterinary medicine. And a lot of people aren't really aware of what goes into becoming a specialist. And so when you take your animal to someone who's board certified in a specific specialty, you're taking them to a very unique, very high qualified individual. And I'm visiting today with Dr. Karen McCormick, and Dr. McCormick is board certified by the American College of Veterinary Internal Medicine. And so, Dr. McCormick, what does it mean to be a specialist? What's that process that you go through to become a specialist?
Well, the first step is going to veterinary school.
Okay, so you have to graduate from an AVMA accredited veterinary school and realize that only about 1 in 10 students that applies to veterinary school gets selected for veterinary school. And so it's a very competitive process. And so then what happens after that?
And then following veterinary school, I applied for an internship and was selected for an internship.
So an internship is a 1-year-long intensive training program. And realize that interns are very competitive as well. So only about the top 10% of veterinary students ultimately end up being selected to do internships. And what happens after the internship?
And then following the internship, you're selected to go onto a residency program, which is a 3-year program of specialized training, in addition to taking several different examinations, completing research projects, and completing scientific writing and publications.
So during that 3-year program, you're doing intensive clinical studies as well as scientific studies. Mm-hmm. So you're expanding your expertise as well as your knowledge base during that program. Realize only about 1 in 10 interns are selected for residency programs. And so at the end of the residency program, the AVMA defines a specialist as someone who's board certified. And so in order to use the term board certified, what do you have to accomplish to be able to do that?
So after the residency, we take 2 different examinations, a qualifier and a certifying exam. And those are 2 very intensive exams, as well as completing some scientific publications before we're actually allowed to be a diplomat.
So you can see when you take your animal to a specialist, you're taking it to a very uniquely qualified individual that has been selected in the top 10% of the veterinary class, the top 10% of their internship pool, the top 10% of their residency pool. You don't get any more special than that. And so you have confidence that when you see the diplomate status that the AVMA allows to be conferred, that you have an individual that is tremendously qualified to provide high quality specialized care to you and your animal. If you want to learn more about specialty certification, please visit the AVMA website, www.avma.org.